Yeah, so we just had our first winter redding harvest date. It's January 15th outside. And the process was pretty grueling, less so because of the colds, which was definitely a factor, but more so just like the chaos of the lodging, primarily in the Bielebreski plots. There's a lot of curling and lodging. We also have like a really windy climate up here, so the plants are definitely a bit like whipped. And just getting them to behave in our hand harvesting process was a bit difficult. And then also harvesting with the depth of the snow was a factor, because in some cases the plants would pull out, and then in other cases we would have to cut them, and we were losing a lot of length in the stalk at times to just the depth of the snow. The Futura plants are still standing very upright. There's just a stark difference between the two varieties. Bielebreski is an earlier variety, so the plants just mature quicker, and they're looking a lot more like decrepit than the Futura 83 at this point in time. I think I was prepared for it to be more cold than it was. But still, it would just be preferable to not do this at all and harvest them with a machine. And we're collecting a lot of different kinds of data, so it'll be exciting to see all of those results when they come out. Well, we collected a sample from each of the plots out there that represent the early planting of hemp. So it's hemp that was planted on May 20th of the varieties Futura 83 and Bielebreski. And then there's a 5-stem sample that will be photographed for a color scale next to it, so we can track the changes of the color of the hemp over time. Another subsample will be ran for electron microscopy as well as contrast microscopy. So really, really high resolution photos with a microscope to look at things like lignin degradation and degradation of starches. And the third sample will be a dry matter sample, so we can get a concept of how much moisture is still in the stem, and then those samples will be sent to Cornell's Dairy One forage lab. And then the remaining majority of the pile will be processed and turned into fiber for a couple different reasons, one of them being to make yarn samples blended with wool, and also collect data such as like the ratio of bast fiber to hurd fiber. So yeah, there's a whole lot going on.